I'm sitting here today with Laverne Joseph. He's the president and CEO of Retirement Housing Foundation. RHF has over 165 properties. Probably one of the largest not-for-profits in the country in seniors housing. Laverne, RHF today operates more than 165 communities, mostly affordable apartments for seniors. Where do you see the future growth of RHF?
I think we will continue to grow on the affordable side, provided that we have the financing to continue that growth. The reason I say that is in the late 70s and early 80s, the Department of Housing and Urban Development was funding 20,000 new units of construction for 202 senior affordable housing annually. In the current budget, if it's passed, there's about $50 million, which will fund perhaps 350 units nationwide. Secondly, in California, as you probably have heard, the state did away with the redevelopment agencies. Their tax increment dollars, which annually was amounted to about $5 million a year, 20% of that, equal to $1 billion, had to be spent on affordable housing. Those dollars are no more. So the only viable program that we have is a tax credit program, and we're certainly hoping that won't go away.
Right. So financing is obviously going to be a constraint on growth. Is there anything else?
I'm not aware of anything else. Of course, the reality is that while in tax credit, let's use a round number, let's say the market rate is, a community is $1,000, and you can produce a tax credit community for $800 a month in rent. If a senior is only on Social Security, and maybe that Social Security is about equal to $800 a month, they cannot afford to live there unless there's a subsidy. So that would also be a constraint.
Sounds like it's going to be a little tough, especially with our current budget problems in Washington. The money is not going to be flowing very easily.
I don't think it's going to be tough for national providers like us because we continue to grow not only by construction but also by affiliation. As single site providers realize that the regulations and the kinds of things that they want to do, they simply don't have the human or financial resources to do it. So we're growing by affiliation as well. The people that it's tough on are the people that we care about, and they're the most important people, and that's the people who live in our communities.
Yeah. Now, we all know that the demand probably in the next 10 to 30 years is going to be the highest for affordable senior housing, affordable assisted living. Do you think for-profits should get into that business?
I think there will be more for-profits getting into the business, but I don't know that it will be really significant. I'm not being prejudicial, but there simply is not the bottom line in affordable housing that there is in upscale CCRCs.
Yeah, well, that is true. What do you do in your communities that, not your assisted living, but your affordable apartments, what are you doing about aging in place?
In about 80% of our communities, we have what is called a social service coordinator. And we have a supervisor in our national headquarters in Long Beach that works with them. Those service coordinators connect residents with low-cost or no-cost services within the communities as the residents need them. They're there to assist. They don't provide the care directly, but they help residents find the care. And one of the stories that I've been trying to get legislators to understand, even though we provide skilled nursing and assisted living in about 20 communities, we can keep residents in affordable housing with service communities for about 30 to 35% of what it would cost them to be in a skilled nursing center, which for a low-income senior is the only other resource available to them when they really need services. I'm not sure the story is yet being fully understood, but I think of necessity it will be as the AIDS tsunami sweeps through.
Unfortunately, I think that's the problem is we're going to be suffering through a period of rationing. And the way to ration it is to not give the additional money for, even though it's cheaper, but the nursing beds are not increasing in numbers, so it's someone's going to fall through the crack.
It's going to be a challenge, there's no doubt about it.
Well, I think given what you've done with all your years at RHF, I hope you're up to the challenge.
We'll keep trying.
Keep trying. All right. Well, thanks for updating us.
Good talking with you.